Anyway, welcome to CBFU from the shop. I'm Sam.
I'm Isaac from Trump's America.
And Frey's trying to learn, which is silly because he's going to be deported soon.
Yeah.
I assume.
That is ridiculous. Like,
No.
why?
That's mean. That's mean and offensive.
Yeah.
And that's CBFU from the shop.
Yes.
For the week
I'm
of
sure
January 25th.
Frey's not going to be deported.
Frey's not going to be deported, and those are not the viewpoints of Manifest Comics.
No.
Nothing we say is the the views of Manifest
Yeah.
Comics. So anyway, sitting there, moving on.
Did you say the date?
I said the date was January 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's correct.
You can go first if you'd like.
That's correct. I
I'm
checked
just on my phone.
Okay, first I'm going to review. This is one of the Justice League of America one-shots. This is spinning out of Justice League Suicide Squad is going to be leading into a Justice League of America book with Batman, Lobo, Killer Frost, Black Canary, and some other characters. And they've been doing one-shots focusing on some of the newer characters. I've read them. Some of them I've liked. Some of them I very much did not like. This one is pretty good. This one is focusing on Killer Frost. This is co-written by Steve Orlando and Jody Hauser with art by Mirka Andolfo. And this is not bad. This is a pretty good one-shot. This takes place after the Suicide Squad Justice League crossover, so I think that the last issue comes out this week.
I was going to ask you, does it?
It's either the last issue or the
Last
second
one?
to last issue.
Last
Yeah,
one.
it comes out
Mike
this
says.
week. So you probably want to read that. If you're reading Justice League Suicide Squad, you probably want to read that before reading this, because this does take place exactly after it.
It doesn't spoil it any more than like Civil War 2 got spoiled.
No, not really.
That
Probably
got spoiled
less.
worse.
It pretty much just tells you what you know, that Killer
Yeah.
Frost is going to be joining Batman's Justice League of America.
The bad guys don't win in the end.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise. There's no lasting effect. Surprise.
Well, I mean, who knows? But yeah, anyway,
Maybe there is.
but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Killer Frost is a character I have no interest in.
Yeah.
She's a villain from before Rebirth who pretty much, I mean, she was a Firestorm villain who didn't do much. But now she's also in the Flash TV show and everything. So they're trying to make her,
Higher profile.
Yeah, higher profile. And this is a pretty good start. If you were interested in Justice League of America, this would not turn you away from Justice League of America.
Yeah.
So I would give it. I thought it was good.
I would give it. I was going to ignore you. No, I liked it too. I thought it was better than the Vixen one.
I didn't like the
better
Vixen
than the
one.
Ray one. I like the other one better. What was the first one they did? The Atom. I like the Atom one best so far. Ryan Choi. But this was good. I like the character. I think it's interesting what they're trying to do with her. Because before she was just a villain, there was nothing really to her. And now I think because of the Flash and because they don't really want to make Caitlin Snow too bad on the Flash, they're going to try to make her more of a hero.
Do you know who
in
this reminds me of?
Who?
And it just occurred to me right now.
Who?
This is DC's Rogue.
A little bit, yeah. Because
Almost
she can't touch
completely.
anybody.
She can't touch anyone. She takes life energy.
Yeah.
And she's a bad guy who's now trying to be a good guy.
That's fair. Yeah.
So she's pretty much DC's Rogue.
That's fair. Marvel's not doing anything with Rogue,
Yeah.
so why? I mean, they are. She's an Uncanny Avengers. One of those silly books. But it was good. It was good. And it wasn't a I didn't like the other two I mentioned, but this was a decent start.
Yeah.
And it's just about her, just to get to know her before the JLA book, which I hope is really good.
Yeah, because Steve Orlando's.
Yeah, he's hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
He's hit or miss. Mostly miss, in my experience.
But I would give this a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a good read.
I'm gonna give Lady Castle #1 in Boom Studios a shot. This is by Delilah Dawson and Ashley A. Woods. This is a fantasy book, basically about a kingdom that loses most of its men, and the women have to take charge. And I didn't think it was a bad book at all. Excuse my cough. It was there were some parts that were funny, like outright funny. I laughed out loud a few times. Some parts were cute. It's a little bit like, I would say Disney meets Rat Queens. If you know Rat Queens, the Image book, it's a little bit like that. And that's basically all you need to know. It's very much like women power. I don't know if I would want to read more. I can it was a good book, but it wasn't good enough for me to want more.
Yeah.
So that's my only critique really. There isn't there's threats to the kingdom that they fight, but it's just I don't know. There's something that it's missing. Dregs.
No, it has one. It has one. That fat knight who tries to become king.
Yeah. No, it's funny and it's not bad. It doesn't. There's something that I wouldn't want to read more.
Yeah, no, I mean it's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I thought.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, it's very much one of those lady power books.
Yeah.
And some lady power books, nothing against that.
Lady Power.
No, like I enjoy
Yeah.
we reviewed The Wasp. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that.
Uh-huh.
We reviewed the Girl Hawkeye book,
Uh-huh.
which I really enjoyed. This one I did not enjoy.
Yeah.
This one it's a little not. I don't want to say it's not preachy.
Yeah.
But it is in a way.
A little
And
bit.
I just didn't. I wasn't interested in it.
A little bit.
I wasn't interested in her fake songs.
That was funny.
She was
She
spends the
sings-
first
she sings
4
fake songs.
pages singing fake songs.
If you sing, but it's clearly like a riff on Beauty and the Beast songs because
Yeah, it
she
is.
says like the same words at points. So if you have those tunes in your head, it's fun.
Yeah, I didn't find it fun.
I mean, it's fun. I would recommend it to our women readers and anybody who just wants a good women power fantasy book. But yeah, it wasn't for me. But I would give it 6 out of 10 just because I thought it was good.
Now, finally, our next book this week is The Dregs from Black Mask. And I've always wanted a comic where a homeless person was put in a meat grinder and given... Is that a spoiler?
Whoa, spoilers!
Is it a spoiler, though? I mean...
It's in the first 2 pages.
Yeah, but it's not a real spoiler. It's just something that happens in the book that I spoiled. But anyway, this is actually a really good book. This is by... the writers is Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler, and art by Eric Zawatsky.
Zawatsky?
Yeah.
No, that's a.
It can't be.
Oh, it is the same pronounce. Wow, maybe. We know it's Zawatsky.
This is more successful. But anyway, I enjoyed this book. It's about this homeless guy who reads a bunch of detective fiction and everything, and his friend, another homeless guy, has gone missing, and he's basically trying to solve the case
Yes.
while on drugs.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it. I thought the characters were good. I liked the art.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a European style in the art, almost like what's the guy's name who did 100 Bullets?
Eduardo Riso.
A little bit, especially
little.
with the female character.
A little more natural.
Yeah.
A little more realistic. But yeah, I can see
But
it.
I enjoyed it. It was
Very
a good
noir. It's a
yeah,
little noir-y.
yeah, and it's good characters, an interesting
Oh.
take on a dystopian world that we could be living in
Yeah.
in 6 months.
Soon.
But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. For a first issue, I thought it grabbed my attention in a way that Lady Castle didn't,
Yeah.
and it made me want to read more.
Yeah, so if you don't know Isaac, he's against women power, but he's for homeless people being ground up into meat. And who isn't, really, right? It was good. It was interesting. It was a little bit like, a hardboiled detective meets homeless man trying to figure out what's going on in his neighborhood that's being, what do you call it? What's the word? Gentrified. So that's relevant to today.
And it takes place in Canada.
It takes place in Canada. I didn't even notice that. I thought that was like
British
a major
Columbia.
city. I didn't think that was one of those.
Whoa. So now we find out that Sammy's anti-Canadian because British
Hardcore.
Columbia, because
Hardcore
Vancouver, British
anti-Canadian.
Columbia is a major
They
city.
still salute the Queen. All right. But no, it was a good book. I like the art a lot. Story was weird. It's weird. It's dark, but it was. It reminded me of something like Warren Ellis would do.
Mhm.
So
I
if
can
you like
see
Warren
that.
Ellis, I would recommend it.
Yeah. And Black Mask has been doing some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
lately. They
Four
had
Kids
the,
rob a bank or something.
and then
Four
there was
Kids
that
Rob
other
a
one the
Bank?
same writer did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One of the kids with powers.
Oh,
Never
yeah,
going
that was
home.
good.
Never
That was
going home.
good. Yeah.
Never going home and
Yeah.
4 Kids Rob a Bank. Those are both good books. And this can join them.
Yeah,
So I would definitely give it a shot. I would give it you gave this
You give this 6. You give that 7.
I would give this 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn this off just so we have time.
Because I definitely enjoyed it more than both of these.
4 Kids
Is it? 4 Kids? The two Black Mask books, I was just informed, are We Can Never Go Home and 4 Kids Walk Into a Bank.
Walk
not
into a
rob
bank.
a bank, but they're going to rob the bank.
I mean
That's a spoiler.
that's the kind of thing. I mean, they're just gonna walk into a bank. If that was the story of the book, that was it. I walk into a bank sometimes.
And if you walk into
Nothing
Manifest
exciting
Comics
happens.
and you tell Mike that description, he is such a good comic salesman, he will know what you're talking about
yeah,
and
he
give
will.
you those books.
He will. He was like, I know what these idiots are talking about.
You watch the video, huh?
Hey, schmucks. So yeah, last book of the week is Civil War II: The Oath. This is like the epilogue to Civil War II.
It's exactly
which,
the epilogue.
Most people, I assume, don't like. I didn't really like it. You liked it a little bit more.
I like parts of it.
Mike loved it. I'm gonna go back and get that reaction later, or I'll draw a picture. And this is by Nick Spencer, though. This is basically after Civil War I. Iron Man went into Steve Rogers' body and he basically confessed. It was confession, right?
Yeah.
Was it the confession? And he basically, apologized and whatnot. It was like a nice little one-on-one. Bendis wrote it.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Alex Maleev drew it.
Alex Miller drew it. This is the opposite. Tony Stark's in a coma now, and he's in like a technological
kind of
cocoon.
yeah.
And Captain America goes to talk to him. And this is, if you've read Civil War II and you want a little better closure, this you should read. If you are reading Captain America or you plan to read Secret Empire, You should read this. It really goes hardcore into like who this Steve Rogers is.
Yeah.
And he is not a good guy.
Yeah, no, he's
He
even worse
is
than you
not
think.
a good guy.
He's even worse than you think.
I thought he was going to be like, I'm Hydra, but there are good parts of Hydra. He is not a good guy. He is bad. What were you gonna say?
One thing about this book,
Yeah.
it seems to like skip over a bunch of Nick Spencer's own book.
I feel like it skips maybe an issue or half an issue.
Yeah, because there's
I don't
stuff,
know if
in,
Steve
there's
Rogers
stuff in
book
this
comes out this
issue.
week.
There's stuff in this
Yeah.
issue that happens like his regular book hasn't gotten to yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a little weird.
In the last book, you find out that they're trying to figure out who's going to run S.H.I.E.L.D. Maria Hill introduces a program about a S.H.I.E.L.D., a worldwide S.H.I.E.L.D. We talked about that last week, and that there's an invasion coming. This one just jumps a little bit ahead to who takes over S.H.I.E.L.D., what's going on with that worldwide S.H.I.E.L.D., and it's important. I think this is an important Marvel book to get. But Captain America is not good. He is a bad guy, and he is like I don't want to make it too political, but this is a political book, and it really talks about the forgotten man, or the man who thinks that they've been forgotten in this country, and what their fears are and why they're angry, and it makes you think. Like it's making me think. I mean, I don't agree with the philosophy, but I mean, like, if people are afraid of,
I'm scared of mutants.
yes, you're scared of mutants. I call you a bigot.
That makes me angry.
But like a mutant could destroy your home.
Yeah.
But I'm calling you like closed-minded. It's more extreme than
And just because I
situations
don't
with-
want a mutant to date my daughter doesn't make me a
Exactly.
racist. I just don't want mutant children.
Exactly. So you see where this is going.
Dark places.
And they dark places. But it's a dark book.
Yeah.
And we're in a dark period in our history right now, I think. So it's relevant, and I think Nick Spencer does a great job. It's talky as fuck.
Yeah.
It was the longest book to read.
There's a lot of word
It is
balloons.
talky AF, but it was good. I liked it a lot.
I also
I even talked myself into liking it more as I've been talking.
I also like most of the art.
Yeah.
Most of the art was by Rod Rice.
Yeah.
Who I think he's done some image books. There was one page. There was other artists
Some
who did
pages
certain
are different,
pages, but there's one page in particular I did not like. There's
Yeah.
this picture, this one page with Captain
Phil Noto.
Marvel, Captain Marvel and the President.
Yeah.
And it is the worst
very
page
different.
of art in this book.
It's very jarring.
Yeah.
Check to see if it's still on. But no, it was good. If you've been enjoying, I haven't read Sam Wilson's book in a while, but if you've been enjoying Steve Rogers' book,
Still don't.
just go for it. This is important for all this stuff. And again, if you're going to read Secret Empire, read it. I'd give this 8 out of 10 Mugos. Yeah. So it would join the Dregs. Very good book. And there's other good books this week. And I want to show you guys something because I thought it was cool. There's DC Bombshells. Started out as like just art, and then they made it into like other stuff. They made it into shirts. They made it into statues. No, maybe it was statues first. But anyway, now they're making little PVC figures, and Mike has them. Look at this Batwoman. And it's like basically like old school, like 1930s kind of like pinup images. Bombshells. There's like all the DC women.
There's no crying in baseball.
Exactly. This is like Batwoman by way of League of Their Own. But I think they're really well made. They come in a nice tin, and they're strong. They're like, it's hard plastic. It's not like
It's like a blind box.
Yeah,
blind tin.
they're blind box, but it's not cheap material at all. It's,
Oh, those
it's
are
definitely
cool.
worth
They're
the
cool
money.
looking.
Yeah, so I would recommend that. In addition to all the other things that they got here, they got Rebirth trades now, so you can start Rebirth if you haven't already. So many things. They got Black Monday Murders trade
Which
right
is a
now,
monster
which
of a
is like
trade.
this big. And,
I think we reviewed the first issue of Black
yeah.
Monday Murders.
Yeah.
That is a monster Hickman book.
Yeah, it's really good though. So yeah, read books and try to stay safe.
Yeah. We'll see you out there.
No, we won't.
No.
I'm not going to see you out
We
there.
can't make any promises.
I'm going to pretend I don't know you if I see you.
That's true. He does it to me all the time.